All right, guys, thank you for joining me once again. All right, so let's get right into it. Fuck it. Don't you hate when fucking YouTube actually use survey questions? Like, why? So, Dan Phillips, thank you for the 5x5. Mr. Landfill, Joe, Sojourner, Mossberg, Patrice, Glick Grimes, Dow, Flown Tiger, Maria, Bass Ackward, sorry, thank you for the 5x5. Lisa, Dobie, Jessica, Toki, thank you for the 5x5. 1 second after, thank you for 5x5. Nice one shot, one kill. WTC, thank you for the 5x5. Elaine, Storm, Chinook, thank you for the 5x5. Another friend, Scorpion Tiger. Eli, thank you for the 5x5. All right, so, and Wolfmill, thank you for the 5x5. J and L, thank you for the 5x5. Frank, thank you for the 5x5. James, thank you for the 5x5. All right, so let's get into it. I'm not going to be all day with this shit because the hunger pangs, if you will. So, according, guys, to Business Insider, which I've been taking Business Insider with a grain of salt a lot of the times because they're another one that they do a lot of like financial articles on like the crisis collapsing and all this other bullshit. But anyway, financial crises are now the rule, and another shock is coming sooner or later. I read that article already. This is the one I wanted to read by Fortune. A recession is still likely and coming soon. Here are 6 reasons why. Now, the last time I checked, guys, we were in a recession. But the 6 reasons why. So now the soft landing, right, that they call for, supposedly we were supposed to see a soft landing late last year, right, or early this year. The most likely outcome is that the economy will move forward towards a soft landing. This is according to the San Francisco Fed president, Janet Yellen, in October of 2007, when she was talking about this happening, actually, ahead of this happening years back. Um, Jerome Powell also stated that we were going to have a soft landing as well. We haven't seen it yet. Now, this economy, guys, and I said this before, that they keep telling us that we are headed towards a recession. I don't, I'm not sure why they keep saying that when we are in a recession, right? We're not in anything else, right? The Feds are supposedly going to hike the interest rate one more time this year. Supposedly they weren't going to. Now they're saying they're going to. Who the fuck knows? Nonetheless, guys, what a lot of people are saying or thinking is that there could be a crash which mimics the Great Depression. Now, a lot of you heard me say this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm not worried about this crash until it happens. I'm not sitting here looking at it, day to day, looking at the stock market, wondering when it's going to hit. If it hits, or if and when it hits, guys, it hits, we will deal with it accordingly. We're not going to sit here like the rest of the world that's going to panic if the economy collapses in our lifetime, or rather, when it collapses in our lifetime. We know that we're watching banks close left and right. Supposedly, there are going to be more banks closing this year. So that's another concern for a lot of people. A lot of people are also concerned that they're not going to get their money if the banks do collapse and or close. And that can be true depending on your bank. Certain banks, guys, if they collapse completely, you're not getting your money. Whatever you have in there is gone, right? You have a savings, you're not getting it out. Now, supposedly the government's supposed to back that up and give us our money should that happen. But according to a couple of economists, if there's a total bank collapse, you might not get your money even from the government. Right? So again, that's that's a problem. Now, is that going to set off the depression? Absolutely. If the depression happens, and again, if it happens, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying if it happens, millions of people are going to die. That's just the nutshell of it. Um, yeah, right. The RNN network. Yeah, the real nigga network. Yeah, we guys, panicking is not part of the prepping. It's not part of prepping. Panic is not part of prepping. So when I talk about certain things like the Great Depression and people dying and shit like that, that is not for you to get nervous because we are prepared. We are ready for whatever's coming our way. We are not going to sit there, guys, and panic over some shit that we have control of. Now, we have control over what happens to us, the outcome to us. That's what we have control over. We don't have control over the economy crashing. We don't have control over civil war or a meteor coming out of the planet or Third World War. We don't have any control over that. But we have control over our own outcome. That's what we have control over. So I sit here and let people know, don't be scared. Don't be scared. I mean, like, guys, you have YouTube channels that are out there, and I hate to bring this up again, but you have YouTube channels that are out there that focus on making you panic so that you do panic and you listen to them more. I don't want you to panic. I want you guys to be like, man, we don't have to panic. And then that's it. Move on. Keep prepping. Keep your eye on situations. Keep your eye on things that are going on. Absolutely. But do not panic. The time to panic, guys, is never. Because panicking only makes situations worse. Panicking only makes things bad. And panicking makes you miss things. So we don't panic. We sit here, we get prepared, we make sure we can our foods, we cycle out our food out like I learned last year. I should have cycled out my food. Instead, a lot of it went bad, so I'm getting that again. Lisa's saying the FDIC is broke. I wholeheartedly agree with that and believe it, rather. I believe that. But yeah, guys, we don't do that here. We're not we're not going to fearmonger for views and money. That shit don't happen here. More importantly, we're going to talk about how to stay the path during this trying times. Because, guys, I get it. There's a lot of shit going on. You're looking around. You're like, yo, this is getting bad. Things are getting incredibly bad. Things are just, and that in itself can make you want to panic, flip out, worry. But we don't do that. Because, guys, how many things have we seen over the last 10 years where something bad was going to happen? Right? And it didn't. So we don't panic or we don't worry until the event unfolds. That is the whole purpose of this. As far as the economy crashing, guys, it's probably bound to happen. But when it does, what are we going to do? We're going to cry about it? No. We're going to fucking stay the course. We're going to make sure that shit doesn't go bad for us, for our families, for possibly our friends, if you have any friends that you actually like. That's what we're focused on. We're not going to focus on anything else. So I know that there was a Shark Tank guy. I forgot his name. It's the bald head one. Not Damon, the other guy, the white guy. Mr. Wonderful is what they call him. He was stating that we're headed towards a financial collapse. He didn't say crisis. He said collapse. And again, he's been warning us this for a couple of years now. So I take what he says with a grain of salt as well. So now, again, just take what everybody says with a grain of salt, put it in the back of your head, write it down in the list, pay attention to it, but don't panic. Panicking is for bitches. We're not bitches here. But yeah. So they're calling for 2024 to be the year of recession and the year that the economy collapsed. Now, the economy, like I said, was supposed to collapse the last 5 years. We've been heading towards Collapseville for a while now. We're not headed there anymore. Not that we're not headed there anymore. We're probably going to see it in our lifetime, but we're not going to see it this year. Not during election season. That is why I can almost bet my paychecks, my YouTube checks, whatever it is, that we're not going to see a collapse this year because this is election year. They cannot afford for a financial collapse during election year. Now, the year after next, who knows? But this year, we're not going to see it. Like, not at all. They're going to keep it afloat for as long as they possibly can. But anyway, with that being said, guys, did I go over the 10 minutes? All right. I'm keeping it short today because I'm not feeling that hot. I feel like, not that I feel like dog shit, I just feel tired. I feel weak. I feel like if I lay down right now, I'm never getting up again. Yes, wealth doesn't vanish. Well, maybe it doesn't vanish. We're looking at least 3 years of economic crisis. Uh, I think we're looking at longer than that. Yeah, Chuck Norris Gun Club. Yeah, I would say 5 to 10 years of economic crisis, not three. Three, I mean, shit. Three is the best case scenario. 5 to 10, possibly 20 is more realistic. And if we see a financial collapse, we're looking at 20 years, no less, to recover. And keep in mind, guys, an economic collapse affects the entire world, not just the United States, not the UK, just China, the entire world. Seriously, with the pizza, my hunger pangs have gone away. Interestingly enough, I'm in my 25th hour and I'm not hungry anymore. No matter how much I talk about food, I'm not hungry. So that's interesting. We shall see. Anyway, guys, yeah, I'm gonna get this going. I'm gonna, go off the air. I'm gonna try to make my angry truths at least a half hour long, 15 minutes to a half hour. But today, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Like I said, I'm not hungry anymore, but I'm definitely feeling weakish, faint. Yeah, apple cider vinegar. But what I'm doing now is electrolytes. So I have an electrolyte powder that I'm taking with the water. I guess I should drink that before I go to bed. And then, but it doesn't give me energy or anything like that. Or maybe just salt water before I go to bed, and then that's it. But yeah, it's definitely fasting. But anyway, someone said congrats on what? GT, thank you for the donation. Damn. G2, sorry, thank you for that. Thank you, I appreciate that as well. But yeah, guys. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for dealing with my tiredness and my mixed messaging earlier today. I appreciate all of that. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys either Thursday night or Friday night, depending on how I feel. Friday night, most likely, if I'm still fasting on Thursday. I would have been out of my fast by Friday. So other than that, thank you guys. Good night, and I'll see you guys Thursday or Friday.